Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to have open conversation today, so give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. It's a little cooler than it was yesterday. I think, at this point in time, we were around 32 degrees. Well, we're 27 right now. But the sun is, kind of out. So, that's a plus, right? And we are getting closer to spring. And because it's next week, as you heard TJ say, Pirates and pitchers and catchers report to Pirate spring training a week from today. So that's the start of spring, right? Oh, well. Hey, What's on Your Mind is brought to you by K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Hicks & Buzz Drugstore, and Gary's Auto Sales. Couple things on my list today. We'll start with local stuff here. You might have read that Uniontown Red Raiders football team will be rejoining the Whippeal for the 2026 high school football season. Looks like they're going to be in classification 4A. Uniontown, just to refresh your memory and a little history, they withdrew from the Whippeal prior to the start of the 2021 season, went the independent route. They were still able to keep a couple, local rivalry games going, but they had left the Whippeal with a chance to rebuild. When they left the Whippeal, they had a 34-game losing streak in the Whippeal. Since their independent time, they've gone 17-28 and feel that the program is rebuilding enough to allow them to re-enter the Whippeal and compete. So good luck and best wishes to the Uniontown Red Raiders on the upcoming season. But we don't want to talk about football too much because, that means cold weather is coming back. We got to get the warm weather first. All right, elsewhere. Border Czar Tom Homan today announced an immediate drawdown of 700 agents, ICE agents from Minneapolis and Minnesota immediately, starting today. He said after conversations that he's had with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison and Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry, plus the unprecedented communication and cooperation between ICE and local law enforcement agencies now, he feels this is a good time for the drawdown. So we hope that works and things calm down in Minneapolis. President Trump said he had a conversation with Chinese President Xi Jinping earlier today, and they talked about a number of subjects, including the Ukraine-Russia war, Taiwan, President Trump's upcoming visit to China in April. They talked about Iran, trade, where they talked about China buying U.S. oil and gas and also increasing their purchases of soybeans. So, and President Trump described his relationship with Xi Jinping as extremely good. So we can chat about that. Jeff Bezos, the owner of the Washington Post, has announced there's going to be a layoff of about one-third of the Washington Post staff today. Don't know the exact numbers. Also, I'm finding right now is in the hundreds. So the Washington Post says this is a strategic reset that will allow the paper to be profitable and competitive moving forward. Let's see, Ryan Ruth, you might remember that name. He was arrested back in 2024 and charged with the attempted assassination of then candidate and former President Bush. He was tried, convicted, and he was sentenced to life in prison plus 7 years. So your comments on that. The Westminster Kennel Club held its 150th dog show over the last few days in Madison Square Garden. I believe is back in Madison Square Garden, where a Doberman pinscher by the name of Penny was named Best in Show. This is the third time in the 150-year history that a Doberman pinscher has been named Best in Show. Okay, I have a question for you. In Delaware, state of Delaware, a man by the name of Bill Stevenson has been arrested and charged in the murder of his wife. Under normal circumstances, you and I probably wouldn't hear anything about this, unless we lived in Delaware and we got the local newspaper and tuned into the local evening news or something. We might not know about it. The reason we do know about it, though, is because he used to be married to Jill Biden, the current wife of former President Joe Biden. So Bill Stevenson was Joe Biden's first husband. They were married for about 5 years. They met in college. Here's my question. Who cares? Why bring Joe Biden into this? And the news continues. Why does Joe Biden need to be dragged into this that she has nothing to do with? She has probably little to no communication with her ex-husband at this point in time. Why? Explain that to me. I just don't understand the importance, the relevancy of Joe Biden having been married to an accused murderer a whole long time ago. I mean, I think they married when she was 18 or 19. Joe Biden is now, how old is Joe Biden? You know what? I'll find out real quick. I don't know. I'm going to see if I can find that information quickly. We'll just kind of type in her name and see what she's 74 years old. Okay, so she got a divorce from this guy about 50 years ago. Why? Again, why? So, I knew about this yesterday. I didn't bring it up because it wasn't, to me, newsworthy. I don't care that Joe Biden used to be married to this guy 50 years ago. I care that he killed somebody. I care that he potentially, allegedly, killed his current wife. I don't care that he used to be married to Joe Biden 50 years ago. So why bother? I don't know. Maybe somebody with a journalism background, that was trained in this, can give me a call and fill us in why this is, newsworthy. What do you think? Is it newsworthy? Was it needed for part of the story? Or to tell the story that Bill Stevenson has been charged with the murder of his current wife? I don't know. I don't think it does. So you tell me. So 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. No waiting. So give me a buzz. We're a day closer to the start of the Winter Olympics in Italy. We're also a day closer to the 60th Super Bowl. So a lot of sports on the way. A lot of your favorite TV shows are going on hiatus, too, during the Olympics. So they'll be showing reruns in a lot of cases. I don't know, because I guess the other networks, the networks that aren't carrying the Olympics feel they're going to lose viewership during people watching the Olympics. So why show new stuff? Just run the reruns, and they'll pick back up after the Olympics is over. I guess that's what's the reasoning behind that, and I guess that makes sense. I'm not sure how ad buys work in the television industry. I've caught snippets here and there that, it's all based on viewership. It costs more to advertise on the number 1 rated show than it does on the 50th rated show, right? So that probably plays into their thinking as well. So there is that. Ryan Ruth, you heard it on the news. I mentioned it too. Life plus 7 years in the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. Too much, too little, just right on his sentence. Life plus 7 years. I guess the 7 years is for a gun violation, a law that specifically broke some kind of gun law. So that's where the 7 comes from. That was sentenced separately. Life is for the attempted murder. I don't know if he'll be eligible for parole at some point in time. I do not know on that. But that's where that is. Also, we'll come back to Uniontown football rejoining the WPIAL. So your thoughts on that? If you're a big high school fan, are you glad to see that? Now, I guess Albert Gallatin, they left the WPIAL before Uniontown did. And Albert Gallatin, I think, went undefeated this past year, or maybe just one loss. They're considering returning to the WPIAL as well, but that decision has not been made yet. So I think I also think that Brownsville, if memory serves, also is independent. So no word from them as to whether they're rejoining or what's going on with Brownsville. But Uniontown, we do know, is coming back, and it looks like Class 4A. So your thoughts on the Red Raiders moving forward. All righty. So that kind of about does it on my topics. If there's something else you want to chat about, by all means, give me a buzz. I would love to hear from you. One other thing that I guess we could bring up, this goes with the Epstein files. Former President Clinton and Secretary of State, his wife, former Secretary of State, had been subpoenaed by the House looking into the Jeffrey Epstein files. And they had, they didn't show up when they were supposed to. And so the House then took a vote, or was preparing to take a vote, on contempt of Congress. Well, the Clintons have now come to an agreement. They are going to come in and testify behind closed doors. It's going to be transcribed, and it's also going to be filmed, but it's going to be behind closed doors. I don't know if and when you and I will be able to hear their testimony or find out what they said. But some of the some are thinking that the reason that the Clintons have now agreed to is because the contempt of Congress was going to pass. In other words, a number of Democrats were going to vote as well for contempt. So it was the fact that they were losing support in the Democrat caucus that the Clintons decided to testify. So what's your theory on all of this? so we can add that to the conversation. 724-438-4593. That's the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Both lines are open. I'm going to take a quick little break. I'll give you time to dial those 10 digits, and we'll have a conversation right after this.
Well, it's February, and they say love is in the air.
You mean you can smell it?
I guess, but maybe you can hear it too?
If you can't hear the love in the air, I know where you can go to get help.
If you need to have your hearing health evaluated, call Henry & Stewart Audiology, known for top-notch customer service, at 724-439-4380 to schedule an appointment at one of our 3 convenient locations in Uniontown, Connersville, or Carmichaels.
Take the fact bus.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? FACT, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. FACT, your community, your connection.
Route 21 Furniture. Take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture. Take the road to your perfect home.
Well, much cooler temperatures are here, but you could still enjoy your deck or patio with retractable or fixed awnings from Lifetime Awnings. Made in the USA with manufacturer and customer guarantees, Lifetime Awnings products last. Lifetime Awnings is veteran-owned and operated with a 10% discount to all military veterans and their families. Call Lifetime Awnings, 724-554-6067 for a no-cost or obligation home consultation. Or email John, the owner, at lifetimeawningsusa@gmail.com.
Now, you don't have to travel too far for medical marijuana products. Go to Local Leaf in Scottdale for a wide variety of locally grown and locally sourced products, plus your questions answered on medical marijuana, qualifying medical conditions, or how to register for your medical card. Local Leaf by PHG off Route 119 in Scottdale, 412-417-4964. Online at localleafpa.com. Local Leaf, your medical marijuana dispensary with locally grown and locally sourced products in Scottdale. Ready to upgrade your home? At Ferris Carpet and Tile in Uniontown, you'll find premium flooring at prices that fit every budget. From plush carpet and durable vinyl to stunning hardwood tile and custom showers, Ferris has the styles and craftsmanship to bring your vision to life. Their expert team makes installation easy, fast, and done right the first time. Visit the showroom today and discover why homeowners have trusted Ferris for years. Ferris Carpet and Tile, quality you can stand on.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borch Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
WNBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation today, 724-438-4593. Okay, I have a question. This is for you hockey fans out there. Now, I'm a fan of the Penguins. I've said that. I love when they do well. wish they would do better when they're not. But, I can't say that I'm a fan of hockey because I don't know the game. I wasn't raised with it. I didn't play it. So I don't necessarily, I understand the goal, no pun intended, is to shoot the puck into the goal. But the ins and outs of the game, I don't know. With the Olympics approaching, and you heard that, tonight is the Penguins' last game prior to the Olympics. Because NHL's taking a break, and the reason being is NHL players are being allowed to participate in the Olympics. So are there any Penguins that are on the USA team? Now, I'm pretty sure, and I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Sid Crosby is on the Canadian team. So are there any Penguins, one, on the U.S. squad? And two, other than Sid, are there any other Penguins playing in the Olympics for another country? I don't know that I'm asking. Because I'm assuming you hockey fans, So let me know. Let me know. Let's bring a little hometown cheering into the hockey tournament at the Olympics. So, again, give me a call on that, 724-438-4593. Okay. What else you want to chat about today? I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff. We could talk about Minnesota with ICE agents up there. One thing Tom Homan said in his press conference today, that they're getting more cooperation, more communication from local police. And I guess part of that is Minnesota, the state, is urging the local law enforcement around the state to communicate and let ICE know when they will be releasing an illegal immigrant that's in their custody. And as Tom Homan says, it's safer for everybody all around. If we know we can dispatch one or two ICE agents to now escort that illegal alien into custody and detention with the ultimate goal of deportation, it's safer that way as opposed to having to send 10 or 12 agents into a situation where they don't know what's behind the door. It's safer for the community because, well, one, it gets criminals off the street. Don't have to worry about something going wrong if they're going in with 10 to 12 or even more agents. And they say it's safer for the immigrant as well. All of that makes sense. It makes sense. So why it took the protesting that it did to get to this point, hard to understand. Hard to understand. This comes on the heels, by the way, of ICE agents in Minnesota being issued body cams. So we can kind of see from the agent's point of view when some event takes place. But so your thoughts on that? All right. We yesterday I had mentioned to you that a drone had an unmanned drone was approaching the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln. And it was unmanned, so there was no communication. You couldn't warn to get out of the way. So at some point, the Navy opened fire and destroyed the drone. Navy said it was approaching in a manner that, well, they didn't know the intention of this drone. And so it was self-defense. Iran has said, oh, it was a peaceful drone. It was just doing surveillance in international waters, which is allowed by law. Well, maybe that's the case. But when it comes to the U.S. Navy, you get the opportunity to come so close, and then you are told in no uncertain terms to turn around, and you're given many warnings. And once it's determined you've gotten too close and warnings aren't working, well, then you see what happened to the drone. Again, it was unmanned. There was no way to communicate with it. So they took in my opinion, and in the opinion of millions of other people, they took the appropriate measures on that. So do you agree with that assessment? I do. If you don't, call me and we'll chat about it as to why I'm right and you're wrong on that. I'll attempt to convince you otherwise, and you can try to, attempt to get me to believe otherwise. That's what discussions are all about, isn't it? So you can call me on that number I've given you so many times before, 724-438-4593. Hey, gas prices continued to drop. I think it's down to about just a penny or two above $3 a gallon here in Uniontown. Go across the border, though, by the way, down in West Virginia, and you're going to pay, about 30 cents less a gallon, and maybe more. So, again, it all comes to why the big difference that way. So, but it's continuing to drop, and I don't know about you, but I like it. All right, we have our caller on line one. Let's find out. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, it's Skipper. How you doing today, bro?
Good, Skipper. Yourself?
I'm doing okay. I'm clear down below Clarksburg, West Virginia, and this AM radio station's coming in just like I'm in Uniontown.
Oh, great.
Pretty amazing. I don't know if you know how far it casts out or not, but a lot of times I can't get it down here, but today it's like beautiful, amazing.
Yeah, atmospheric conditions play into it, so.
Right. Sometimes I'm in Waynesburg and it won't even come in. Just right out 21.
Yeah.
So it hit miss. The FM doesn't come in quite as good as the AM whenever you're south towards Morgantown.
Yeah, well, our FM is aimed north for the simple fact that apparently there's a 101.1 down in West Virginia that we would interfere with.
It's 100.9. It's far further away, but anyways. Hey, so let me ask you, I got a couple questions I see you know the answer to, because how big are these drones? Because I hear where they had all these drones over Ukraine and Russia going back and forth with drones. I wonder what these drones look like, how big they are, and they're using them to blow up stuff. So what do they got on them? I mean, that I haven't heard anybody talk about that, or I haven't seen anything, anybody describe what a drone is and how big.
Well, I don't know exact dimensions. I think we get kind of lost in it when we see the remote control,
little one.
And we see that, so that kind of gets locked in our minds as to that's the size of a drone, right? But no, the military drones anyway, they're like 20, 30 feet long. Some of them have actual missiles attached to them, that are used, so it has more than one missile. on it. Some of them, I think, are, especially when you talk about Russia, I think they're basically like suicide drones. That, think of a kamikaze type of thing, that there is, explosives packed into the nose of the cone, the nose of the drone, and, it is steered into a object of some kind, of target.
Right. Something they want to blow up.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a drone on television that had like 4, 5, or 6, might have been 6, and it's sort of in a round pattern, and the blades, the whole width of each, like I'm going to call it a fan, was like 4 feet each one of them, and there was a center place where you sit in it, and it's your own personal drone. You can take off and go to Pittsburgh, and or just jump up in the air and take off and go.
Yeah.
I saw that on TV recently, and they say that's going to be the way the future. People are going to have their own. They're just sort of like a helicopter, but a lot smaller. But just going to jump in it and just take off and go to Morgantown and land down and walk in the mall and whatever, park your spot. Pretty amazing what's on. Now the second thing I got a question for.
The Jetsons are finally coming to fruition, right, Skipper?
Right. So the second thing, and I mean, I've probably known a while back of why, but why are they trying to get the Clintons to do this Epstein? Why are they trying to put them on trial or whatever over this Epstein thing?
Well, I haven't been following this all that closely, quite frankly.
But it's been going on for a long time, I think, right? They've been trying to get them.
But it's basically, from what I gather, that there are a number of photographs of Bill Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein side by side. Friendly photographs type of thing.
Well, but that doesn't make him guilty of anything.
No, it doesn't. And there are also reports that Bill Clinton had been on Jeffrey Epstein's private jet a number of times and was also a visitor to Epstein's island. So I agree.
Unless they have some kind of information where they're trying to grill him that, we have people that are saying that, younger girls that had sex or something, but they could have probably 1,000 people there that they could be grilling like the Clintons. Why the Clintons?
Yeah. Right.
Instead of him and whoever else they know.
Yeah, is probably a high profile
person. Is everybody going to get their turn?
I don't know. I mean, okay, is Bill Gates going to be next? I don't know if you heard about this. His ex-wife, I can't remember, Melinda, I think is his ex-wife. She's now coming out saying she has seen emails between Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein, which alludes to Bill Gates having cheated on her and needing medication to cure a disease that he might have gotten.
Right.
Yes.
So I have another question then.
Yeah.
After you're done there, I have another question.
Go ahead.
So they start talking about President Trump, they're trying to pin him that he's guilty of being there and maybe with younger women. But anyways, why haven't younger women come out in the public and say, President Trump and I slept together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why? I mean, they do it in our public. I mean, they do it in Uniontown, and then they take people to jail. And why haven't? So for so many of these girls, and I think that it's saying that there's a whole bunch of them. They're older now, and they're saying they were abused younger.
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't they? We have articles in the paper from each one of them saying who the person is that they slept with.
Well,
I haven't heard it.
I've wondered that too. Why haven't anybody come out?
Why not?
Now the skeptics, the conspiracy theorists are going to say that they've been threatened and paid off to be quiet. That's the argument, or that's what is being suggested.
Well, Stormy
anyway.
Daniels came out after she got paid, so they could get paid off and then still keep the money and try to get these people in trouble. They could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it happened, right, with Stormy Daniels?
Yeah. Or yeah,
he paid her, and then she still went to the public, right?
It could be they just, and I'm not speaking for the victims at all here, Skipper.
Right.
I'm just speculating, just like you are. It could be that for a lot of them, it's this happened so long ago. I've put it behind me. It's
It'd
a
be
part
bad
of my.
for their bad for their kids. Bad for their kids to know.
I don't want to remember it. I put it behind me. I don't want to open up old wounds, type of thing. That could be their choice that way. So who knows, really?
I'd like to see if there was younger adults. Younger children that were being abused. I would want them to come out to the public now, just like the young boys that got molested by the priest.
Yes.
Some of them stood up and said, come out in the public and blew their, they didn't want anybody to know they had a sex with another man, but they came out and stood up against people like that helped ruin their lives. And I wish every girl, but I haven't seen any, and that's my thing. Why hasn't one came out in the public and said, I was with Donald Trump there, and I had sex with him? Or anybody else.
I agree, and
I'm baffled by this.
And if I hear of anybody that gets associated with somebody comes out and accuses, okay, for one thing, in this country, you're innocent until proved guilty, so you give the accused the benefit of the doubt, right? But you also, part of you go, oh man, I am so disappointed. I'm so disappointed in that person, that whoever. I would never have thought they'd have gone that way, type of thing.
Well, you can get into it.
And if President Trump, that something like that comes out, yeah, same thing. But I'm also going to remember we're all humans too. So yes, we all.
Well, I've been in situations went places with people, and you know what? Bad stuff broke out.
Yeah.
And it looks very tempting, and thank God I didn't buy into it. I was able to escape, so to speak, 2, 3, 4 times in my life. And these people got away with it,
Right.
And I just thank God that I did not fall to that level like some of these people did with Epstein. And, because I wouldn't want that guilt and shame, having to hide or live in fear.
And I want to point this out, too, before we go to break here, Skipper.
Go ahead.
I think we can talk about 2 different culpabilities here. One, actual participation. 2, not participating but knew about it and remained silent.
Yes, right. That's guilty too.
Yes, that's
whatever.
To me, that's aiding and abetting.
Yep.
And aiding and abetting is a crime in itself. You aid and abet in a robbery or whatever.
Well, I'm guilty of that on a couple instances where I should have said something that I saw people doing things wrong and I did not do it in the past. I feel sorry for that.
Yeah. So I don't think we're ever going to find out everything. I think I don't see it happening.
Last thing that blows my mind: 2 million documents from Epstein. 2 million. You know how many that is?
That's a lot.
How long would it take you or me and like 5 other people 24 hours a day to go through 2 million documents and read them?
Tell me about it.
I can't fathom 2 million documents.
Let me see here. Let me do some real quick math here. So we'll bring 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then my thought was, how many people are in 2 million documents?
That is 4,000 reams of paper.
And how many people? It can't be just one person in all them documents. How many people are in them documents?
Yeah. Yep.
It's got to be thousands.
Yep. All right. Hey, Skipper, I got to run.
Hey, God bless you.
Thanks for your call. Bye-bye. Appreciate it. Bye-bye. Hey, we'll be right back after these messages. Both lines are open, so give me a buzz, 724-438-4593.
Couples Comedy with married comedians Tom Cotter and Carrie Louise comes to the State Theater Center for the Arts Friday, February 13th at 8 p.m. for a hilarious Valentine's performance. An America's Got Talent Season 7 finalist and one of the funniest comics today, Tom Cotter, and Carrie Louise, a Last Comic Standing finalist, are sure to make it an uproarious Galentine's night out. For tickets, call 724-439-1360 or online at statetheater.info. Recommended for those 16 and over.
There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlo Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlo Tavern and Grill.
Don't miss out on Economy Furnace's end-of-season sale. It's the perfect time to upgrade your home's heating system with incredible savings. Take $250 off any furnace replacement, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. For qualified buyers, we're offering 0% financing, making it simple to invest in a new energy-efficient furnace. We proudly partner with Amana, bringing you the highest quality furnaces on the market. At Economy Furnace, we define excellence in every aspect of our business, from our expert technicians to our customer-focused approach. With Economy Furnace, it's not just a furnace, it's peace of mind. Our end-of-season sale provides unmatched value, combining affordability with premium quality. Economy Furnace is committed to excellence. Our team of qualified professionals is ready to ensure your home stays warm and comfortable throughout the year. Contact us at 724-438-4575 to learn more.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Looking to update your home? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodels that transform your space from outdated to outstanding. Our designers work with you to create the look you've always wanted, with custom cabinetry, countertops, and flooring options to fit your style and budget. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to plan your dream kitchen or bath. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 2 minutes in hour one, so give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. So the Epstein files, yes, I know, President Trump has been mentioned. Former President Bill Clinton, too, has been mentioned. Both have a history, if you will, of sexual misdoings. I honestly don't know what to think. I don't. This has been going on for so long. And there's been so many theories bantered about and accusations that might have credence to it or are unfounded. Either way, just so much, it's enough to just cause somebody to just turn off altogether and really not care anymore. But Skipper does bring up a valid point. Where are the supposed victims? Where are the victims? The young women. Why do we not hear them? Yes, we know of one young lady who committed suicide just recently. after writing a book and coming forward and everything. But why not more? I'm just curious on that. And there's many reasons why they may not become. And are there, for that matter, others out there, other victims? I guess I'm curious about that. But, it's enough. It's like, okay, when's it going to end? It's been going on so long. So we can chat about that some more in the next hour. In the meantime, CBS News is just around the corner. News from around the world, around the country. And then TJ's in here with the local news, sports, and weather. And then that's when I'll be back in here for hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. This is WMBS Uniontown. It is 2 o'clock at the Tone.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. The man who tried to assassinate President Trump at a Florida golf course has been sentenced to life in prison. More from CBS's Michael Wallace.
Trump was golfing at his West Palm Beach club in September of 2024 when a Secret Service agent spotted Ryan Ruth aiming a rifle through a bush. The agent opened fire. Ruth never got a shot off. He dropped his rifle and ran. Prosecutors had suggested life without parole, saying Ruth is unrepentant and has never apologized. Ruth's attorney asked for a 27-year sentence based on Ruth's mental health status and his age. He's about to turn 60. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Election officials in Fulton County, Georgia, are demanding the return of 2020 election documents seized by the FBI last week. The county has filed a motion in federal court asking for their return. Fulton County Chairman Rob Pitts.
What they're doing with them now, we don't know. Typically, we're given copies. We don't even have copies of what they took, so it's a problem.
Authorities searching for Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy, say no suspect or person of interest has been identified in the Arizona case, which is being investigated as a crime. As for the ransom note, Sheriff Chris Nanos has told CBS News that was sent. CBS's Andres Gutierrez reports.
Law enforcement confirms it has been analyzed by both detectives and the FBI. They won't discuss its demands or how it was delivered, but they say it's being treated as potential evidence, not as a...
Looking for a bigger bonus? Well, WMBS and the Pennsylvania...
The good news is there are technical teams from the Russian and Ukrainian militaries talking, and he said the Trump administration remains committed to the process.
If you look at the checklist of open items that existed at this time last year and the checklist of open items that remain now in terms of reaching a peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia, that list has been substantially diminished. That's the good news. The bad news is that the items that remain are the most difficult ones, and meanwhile the war continues.
Ukrainian officials indicated there was no real breakthrough in the latest talks, but they will resume on Thursday.
In the era of climate change, a new study shows while the U.S. is getting warmer, the patterns of warming are uneven across the country. CBS's David Schechter.
Researchers in Spain looked at temperature records from 1950 through 2021 across the lower 48 states. They found that just over half the states are getting warmer on average, but almost all, 84%, are warming somewhere in their temperature range. These are turning milder.
Stocks are mixed on Wall Street. This is CBS News.
Real crimes, real justice. Follow and listen to 48 Hours on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Looking for a bigger bonus? Well, WMBS and the Pennsylvania Lottery want to give you a big shot at it. Starting Thursday, February 5th, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear Triple! And you'll win 6 $5 big bonus triple play scratch-off tickets. This game delivers triple the excitement with 15 top prizes of $130,000. Play today. Benefits older Pennsylvanians. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51.
Experts estimate about 15% of us suffer from the winter blues, but another 5% have more serious symptoms. CBS's Christopher Cruz explains.
If you're a little down because it's cold and you want more sun, but you're still functioning, you've got the winter blues. But if you're sleeping a lot and not feeling like you can face the day, you're probably suffering from seasonal affective disorder. Dr. Alicia Kaplan is a psychiatrist at the Allegheny Health Network in Pittsburgh.
It puts a lot of dread and gloom on.
She says such a diagnosis may mean you should seek professional help, everything from talk therapy to light therapy to medication. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
The former Prince Andrew has moved out of his longtime home on Crown-owned land near Windsor Castle earlier than expected, after the latest release of documents from the U.S. investigation of Jeffrey Epstein revived questions about his friendship with the convicted sex offender. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant Dieter. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
And good afternoon. It is 2:05. It is sunny and 28 outside the Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. Fayette County's personal injury attorneys since 1976. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather will follow the news. Governor Josh Shapiro unveiled a $53.3 billion budget for fiscal year 2026-27 that increases spending on education, child care bonuses, and data center standards, and proposes revenue for minimum wage hikes, legalized adult use marijuana, and regulated skill games without raising any taxes. Herald Standard says that Republican lawmakers from Fayette, Greene, and Washington County sharply criticized the plan, arguing it is fiscally irresponsible, would drain a large portion of the state's rainy day fund, and relies on uncertain or unauthorized revenue sources. They also said the budget overspends, fails to address affordability and tax concerns, and overlooks structural fiscal issues, setting the stage for a contentious negotiation process. We have more on the late fire Monday night that destroyed a 116-year-old barn at the historic Ross Farm in North Bethlehem Township, Washington County. It killed 138 heritage and rare breed sheep and 2 goats that were inside the timber frame structure. The iconic farm, listed on the National Register of Historic Places and known for supplying animals for the annual Running of the Wolves Festival, suffered the loss of the barn and its livestock, though nearby buildings and other animals survived. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Canonsburg's borough manager, Angelo Sine, resigned from her position last Friday after serving only a few months in the role, leaving the borough searching for a replacement. Sine, who had been hired in September to succeed the late Billy Bilko, said she faced resistance from council members over issues such as her military leave and scrutiny of her time in and out of the office. Observer Reporter says that the Borough Council has yet to discuss steps publicly, and officials said that they will need to address the vacancy going forward. A new study by Pfizer shows those taking an experimental weight loss medicine lost up to 12% of their body weight. Here's more from Tammy Trujillo.
The study involved patients with weekly dosing until week 12, and then they switched to taking doses monthly up to week 28. Researchers will continue with the study through at least week 64. Pfizer says the company is positioned to address critical gaps in obesity care and meet the diverse needs of patients. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather after this.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, tonight's AC Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on WMBS as Baldwin will visit Uniontown. We'll have the game on the radio as well as a video on our WMBS YouTube page. The Sprouse Insurance Group pregame is at 6:40 and tip-off is at 7. Penguins, they'll be back in action tomorrow night, their final game before the Olympic break. The Pens have now lost 2 in a row, and they are 28-15-12. They'll visit the Buffalo Sabres. We'll have the game tomorrow night. It starts at 7, and we'll join it in progress following high school basketball tomorrow night. We'll see clouds and sun the rest of the afternoon. 30 will be the high. Cloudy, a few snow showers or flurries tonight. 8 will be the low. And cloudy and 26 tomorrow. Cloudy with snow showers mainly in the afternoon on Friday. 1 to 3 inches possible there. And Friday's high will be 29. Right now, it is sunny and 28 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios. 2:10 is our time on this Wednesday. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, it is hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes here on WMBS.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
You may have noticed a new internet company knocking at your door with claims like, "I'm not here to sell you anything," or "I wouldn't lie to you." The truth is, Armstrong has played an important role in your community for decades, and we're not going anywhere. That new internet provider will probably change their name, get bought out by another company, or fold completely. Armstrong, the internet you count on, the people you trust. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com today or anytime in the future.
If you are looking for a trusted local law firm with a strong commitment to their clients, look no further than Zebley Law Offices. Attorney Zebley has been practicing law in Fayette County for more than 4 decades. Although specializing in bankruptcy, Zebley also handles real estate matters, civil suits, collections, wills, powers of attorney, and more. If you need legal help, go with a name you recognize and trust. Call Zebley Law Offices today at 724-439-9200.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
It's not just another sale, it is the February floor sample clearance at Chesler's Fine Furniture, located on Route 51 in Uniontown. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values on beautiful home fashions for every room in your house. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $4.29, solid oak 5-piece dinettes featuring Formica tops for $13.99. If you prefer all wood sets, they start at just $5.99. For the family room, sofas start at only $4.99 with love seats and chairs to match. Chaise sofas for relaxing comfort are priced at $6.29 and up. Chesler's has top grain leather sofas, love seats, chairs, and sectionals in stationary and reclining in stock from Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishing, and Craftmaster. Entertainment centers are sale priced from $159. Those with an electric fireplace start at $3.99. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be on sale. Credit terms and delivery are available with 90 days same as cash.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. We're going to continue with the open conversation this hour, 724-438-4593. That's the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. So both lines are open. Give me a buzz, no waiting. Hey, we are brought to you this hour by Gary's Auto Sales, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, Coldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty, and K2 Engineering. Just to refresh your memories as to some topics I brought up, if you want to talk on these, that's fine. If there's something else you want to chat about, that's fine too. Either way, you're going to have to call me on the WVU Medicine and Uniontown Hospital talk line. And you know that number. Say it with me, 724-438-4593. Uniontown Red Raiders are rejoining the Whippeal for the 2026 high school football season. They'll be joining the 4A conference, it looks like. Border Czar Tom Homan has announced that there will be an immediate drawdown of 700 ICE agents from Minneapolis and Minnesota. President Trump said he had a very good conversation with Chinese President Xi Jinping. They talked on many subjects, including the Ukraine-Russian war, Taiwan, his upcoming visit to April, and trade relationships. Washington Post laying off about a third of its staff, saying it's a strategic reset to position themselves to be profitable and competitive in the future. I don't know what 1/3 translates to as far as actual numbers. A Doberman pinscher by the name of Penny won the Best in Show ribbon at the 150th Westminster Kennel Dog Club show last night. And Ryan Ruth, convicted wannabe assassin of President Trump, was sentenced to life in prison plus an additional 7 years for his attempt in assassinating the president. So those topics and any more you want to chat about, give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yes.
It's Mark calling.
Mark, how are you today?
I'm fine, just fine.
Good.
Yeah, I was on the internet this morning. I looked up that drone. It's called a Shawhead drone or something like that. That Iran makes.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It said it weighed 460 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Carries a 200-pound warhead.
Okay.
Has a top speed of like 110 miles an hour and has because 1,600 miles.
All right.
So I was on this morning. I was kind of wondering what the Russians use a lot of them against. They're using a lot of them against Ukraine.
Yeah. Russia is buying a lot of them from Iran, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it can do the job.
I would think with 200 pounds of explosives, that's going to cause a little bit of damage.
Oh yeah. 200 pounds of high explosive. Yeah, it's going to blow a pretty good hole in everything.
Yes. And, you never know where, depending on where it hits, determines the amount of damage and or casualties.
Something else blows up.
Yeah. I mean, look at the USS Arizona, one well-placed bomb, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the whole ship went up. Boom.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's about Uniontown's going to join Whitfield?
The WPIAL, the Western Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic League, I believe is what the initials stand for. So they're rejoining. They left after the 2020 season, and they're going to rejoin it now. Yes.
Well, Russ, I hate to say, but it's a lot of hopeful thinking. If I recall last year, at the end of the third quarter, Brownsville was beating Uniontown, almost won that game. I hate to come down on both schools, but I don't think they're ready.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And as for Albert Gallatin, they dropped out. But then again, who did they play? I think they were 9-0. They were undefeated last year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know what you say when who they played. I know teams from West Virginia. They played some local teams. Uniontown being one of them.
Now we're going to have a bunch of irate people from Albert Gallatin calling up, I guess.
No.
I should have said that.
No. So, but I don't know. This will be a second-year coach for Uniontown.
Yeah.
It's been building back up ever since this coach, according to what I read in his interviewing process, he talked about wanting to rejoin the WPIAL again. So, hey, look.
Yeah.
So much of the time, I think a coach does matter. Take a look at New England. They were what? They were 4-13 last year.
Yeah.
They get a new coach, and here they are heading to the Super Bowl in another 4 days. So, how much of the team actually changed player-wise? I don't know. I don't know how many are left over from last year. But it's no different than a high school. You lose seniors every year. So, you get the right coach in there that can turn things around and the mindset of the kids and everything else. So, it's I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Yeah. One last thing.
Yeah.
That fella at who got chucked in the jaw by Metcalf last year?
Yeah. Oh, at in the Lions game that's suing.
Yeah, what's his name? Kennedy or McDonald or something like that? What was his name?
I don't remember offhand. I can go look. Yeah.
$100 million.
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
This world has gone crazy, Russ. This world has gone crazy.
Yes. And, I'm sorry. I saw a picture of the news conference, I guess, over this. And this guy, he's flanked on either side by his lawyers. And he's sitting there with the ball cap on backwards. I'm sorry. If you want to be taken seriously, you're indoors for one thing. Take the damn hat off.
The lawyers are looking for the money too, because
Sure they are.
They know what a big fish the NFL is. They got a big fish on the line.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. They're looking at what, a $30 million payday for themselves.
Yeah. Well, hey, Russ. If they'd have been a mark on his chin, they'd have showed it already.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yes.
Hey, he never even hardly even touched him.
Yeah.
What a joke.
Yeah. So, hopefully it gets to a point where a judge says, yeah, you know what, time to go bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they know he's done this stuff before, understand, too.
I mean, not the suing part, but you mean as far as the...
Yes. He was antagonizing, I guess, some players before or something like that, that's what they said.
Yeah. Well,
so he's been trying...
supposedly Metcalf has been a target of his in the past.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he's been plotting this for a while. He's been trying to do something, to figure get a handle on some of that money. That's what he's been up to.
Uh-huh.
That's all.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Well, we'll see how this all plays out.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Russ, that's all I got for today.
I would love for nothing better to happen than somebody that was in the stands next to him come out and say, yeah, he was doing this all along.
Yeah.
And yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you just get thrown laughed out of court.
Yes.
That's what I hope happens to him and his lawyers.
So yes, sir. Alrighty.
All right, Russ.
Okay. Hey, Mark.
That's all I got now.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty, buddy. I thank you for your phone call.
Right.
Bye-bye.
All right, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open. By the way, the temperature's climbed a degree since the show started an hour ago. It's now up to 28 degrees out there. So, and just remember, though, spring is approaching. It's coming. It's coming. I know not as quickly as you'd like, but it is on its way. And if you want to take a page out of my book and say spring starts next Wednesday, that's fine by me. The heck with what the calendar says. We're just going to go off of baseball. Major League Baseball spring training starts next week. So therefore, spring starts next week. So I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to stick to it. So 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. Still want to hear your opinion on Jill Biden's, the former First Lady, on her ex-husband, who she married when she was 18 or 19. They divorced after 5 years. Bill Stevenson is his name, has been accused of killing his current wife. He's currently in, I think it's the Newcastle County Jail in Delaware, on a $500,000 bond. So Delaware only has 3 counties, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Would we have even heard about this had he not 50 years ago been married to the current Jill Biden? Would we have even heard about this? Would we even know about it? Would we be talking about it at all? To me, it's not news. It's, okay, maybe it's a sidebar, but it's not part of, it has nothing to do with the criminal act that's been alleged. It doesn't. So why? And it's all the networks. It's not just one. All the networks are covering it in that fashion. So somebody explain it to me, or just call me with your thoughts on it. That's there you go. All right, let's go back. Let's go up a little north from Delaware into New York. The 150th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show held last night. Doberman Pinscher by the name of Penny won Best of Show. A lot of times when a Best of Show breed is named, you see an uptick in ownership of that breed. You see an increased interest in people wanting to buy a puppy of that breed. So I saw Penny on TV this morning, and Penny was nothing like how Dobermans are so often portrayed as on TV. Penny was very docile, very calm, was curled up on a sofa next to her master, well behaved. Nothing like we see on TV. So I guess where I'm going with this, with the idea that there's an uptick in interest in people wanting puppies of that year's best of breed, that breed. Would you be more inclined to have a Doberman as your house pet now? Let me know on that. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey, Russ.
Yes, sir.
Fred.
Yeah, Fred.
How am I coming in? Loud and clear?
You're clear. You've got Fred. I don't know what it is with that noise, but it's on. It's constantly there with you. It hurts my ears. I have other listeners complain about it because it's bothersome to them as well.
Oh, so, they can hear it too.
Absolutely, they can hear it. You need to find out what's going on, Fred, because you're the only one.
Yeah, only thing I can figure out is my pacemaker. Well, anyway, the reason I called, you said that this Jill Biden's ex-husband
is
not newsworthy.
I'm not saying it's not new. I mean, look, if you're from Delaware, okay, he's going to be newsworthy because he's like your neighbor. But here, it's national news.
Right.
Yeah, how often do you hear about, a husband murdering his wife that makes the national news? The only way it's national news is because 50 years ago he's married to Joe Biden.
Right.
Right?
Well, listen, is President Trump talking to President Xi in China?
Yeah.
Is that national news?
Well, yeah.
On the telephone?
Yeah. Because
making a phone call.
It's two world leaders communicating, making a relationship that hopefully prevents any kind of outbreak in hostility. So to me that is worthwhile for national news.
Okay. And you said that they talked about the war in Ukraine.
Well, according to President Trump, that was one of their
topics. Why would they talk about the war in Ukraine?
Because China has tried for one thing brokering some kind of peace deal. Look, China continues to buy oil from Russia. The proceeds of those sales helps Russia rearm itself to continue the war against Ukraine. So if President Trump can get President Xi Jinping to stop buying oil from Russia, that makes it harder for Russia to arm themselves. See, they're all interconnected, Fred.
I see. And something else. You notice, like, when there's a dispute between a white and a black, first thing comes up, racial slur. You notice that?
No, not always. I don't.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah, okay, if you say so.
You remember when the guy from the Cleveland Browns hit the quarterback in the head with his helmet?
Yeah.
Right away, a racial slur.
Okay.
And they even said, the coach for the Steelers, said it was never a racial slur.
Okay.
And just like this thing with the Detroit Lion fan and the wide receiver for the Steelers, right away, racial slur.
Okay.
And see, they can get away with that. Because, oh my God, a racial slur, that's like committing murder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
There's things that, are a puzzlement.
You're exactly right.
Yep.
Okay, Russ, I'll let you go.
Okay, Frank, or Fred, thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Yes, Russ, I'm going to make this real quick.
Yeah.
Heard you and Skipper earlier. The girls filed reports. It would be like if you and Skipper beat the crap out of me and I went to the police and filed a report. The girls filed a report.
Okay.
They have had this for decades.
All right.
And they're looking at this. Now these girls took the courage to do this, and
Yes,
it
I
was
agree.
upsetting. I was upsetting that you said they're supposedly victims. These are all victims. These girls were raped, abused. Look into it. I haven't read all of it. I'm continuing to read it. This is amazing to me, the cover-up, the people involved. Real quick, Epstein actually had contacts, over 200 emails he shared back and forth with the former Prime Minister of Israel, Barak. Did you know that?
No.
He was basically had over 200 emails, him and Barak. Do you know who Ghislaine Maxwell's father was?
At one point I've heard the name, but I don't remember anymore.
He was like James Bond to the Israeli intelligence agency. He was one of the best spies Israel ever had. These two were involved. People would make it seem like it's just these two people. No, this is an organization. This is global. This is worldwide. And when somebody says, well, Trump worked and he got 2 kids that he freed, there are millions in human trafficking, sex trafficking. That's why you never hear 420 executive orders. You never hear anything signed against pornography, child porn, internet porn, human trafficking, sex trafficking. Nothing is signed. Elon Musk is on Grok, sexual exploiting women and children. Nothing is done against them. Now,
well, no. I don't know the exact name, but there was a law passed and signed by President Trump back in the fall that had to do with AI, sex, revenge porn. Using artificial intelligence to create stuff aimed at children. So yes, he has acted.
Because if he acted, this stuff is still going on Grok because Elon Musk's ex-wife was complaining about it that nothing was taken down. So this stuff. No, I don't buy that. There is stuff that is continuing. Names are there. These women are heroes to me because they came out and they said stuff. They have been abused. And this is a worldwide organization that goes back to Israel. And it's no wonder that we have given Israel money, billions of dollars, that's never been vetted through Congress. They sat there just recently and gave them Apache helicopters, tanks, everything. It was supposed to go through an appropriations committee to be voted on. It just went. It was never okayed. And you get $18 billion more over the past 3 years that was just given without it going through Congress and being okayed. Wonder why this is. This is starting to line up. Now, people will call you crazy, but this is starting to line up of what is going on here because there's more people involved and there's more to this story, and you got to keep digging. And amazingly, Trump is mentioned many times. George Bush Sr. is mentioned. Bill Clinton. Bill Gates got an STD. All these people are mentioned. Surprisingly, the one I've searched and searched, and the one that I cannot find is to me, the second worst president that we've had. Barack Obama, I cannot find as of yet. He has not been mentioned. And the thing that they're scared of the Clintons is the Clintons are saying, okay, we're going to come clean. But they're not going to do it without retribution. They're going to go in there, I believe, and they're going to say, okay, you're coming after me. Well, let's talk about your boss, and let's talk about others, and let's talk about people on the cabinet and people that are close to him. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Well,
when
the
shoe drops, they're all going to go.
I'll find
Thanks,
out
Russ.
later this month. Thanks, James. Bye-bye.
What?
724-438-4593. Both lines are open. Just dawns on me, I have to take a break. So we're going to take care of that, and we'll be right back after this.
Well, it's February, and they say love is in the air.
You mean you can smell it?
I guess, but maybe you can hear it too?
If you can't hear the love in the air, I know where you can go to get help.
If you need to have your hearing health evaluated, call Henry & Stewart Audiology, known for top-notch customer service, at 724-439-4380 to schedule an appointment at one of our 3 convenient locations in Uniontown, Connersville, or Carmichael's.
Don't miss out on Economy Furnace's end-of-season sale. It's the perfect time to upgrade your home's heating system with incredible savings. Take $250 off any furnace replacement, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. For qualified buyers, we're offering 0% financing, making it simple to invest in a new energy-efficient furnace. We proudly partner with Amana, bringing you the highest quality furnaces on the market. At Economy Furnace, we define excellence in every aspect of our business, from our expert technicians to our customer-focused approach. With Economy Furnace, it's not just a furnace, it's peace of mind. Our end-of-season sale provides unmatched value, combining affordability with premium quality. Economy Furnace is committed to excellence. Our team of qualified professionals is ready to ensure your home stays warm and comfortable throughout the year. Contact us at 724-438-4575 to learn more.
For economy, price, and quality service, call Economy Furnace.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for voting us Best of Fayette 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Having Hicks and Buzz Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. Hicks and Buzz also offers free prescription delivery, mail-out service for snowbirds, and dependable courteous service, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Hicks and Buzz Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street, phone 724-437-2828. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday at Hicks and Buzz Drugstore of Uniontown.
Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottdale at 724-220-5281.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation. Give me a buzz on the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line, 724-438-4593. I was just reading that a home out in Las Vegas with ties to China had a biolab in it. So it's being investigated, obviously, for potential biological and hazardous materials. So You know what? That's not the first time that a biolab has been discovered by authorities that, an illegal biolab, I should say, that has ties to China. There was one not too long ago, if memory serves, it was either outside of San Francisco or L.A. I can't remember. So that's kind of scary. It's kind of, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to create a disaster when you're already in place as opposed to having to bring it in from outside the country. So, yeah. Anyway, there you go. We can add that to the conversation if you choose. 724-438-4593. All right. So, all right. I've determined and I've given you my reason as to why spring starts next week. So what warm weather activity are you looking forward to getting back to? It could be hiking or biking, camping, boating, if you like doing that. What warm weather activity are you looking forward to getting back to? So let me know on, just being outside, without having to put about 4,000 layers of clothing and jackets on is what I'm looking forward to. Heading back up to Ohio Pile, heading to the ocean, the beach. That's what I'd be looking for. Not that I want time to go flying by. Don't get me wrong there. I still like winters. I've had enough. So that's why I'm embracing next week as the start of spring. Although I'm not foolish enough to open up the windows of my house yet. So what activity are you looking for? And could it be just, going for a Sunday drive with the windows rolled down in your car? Or for that matter, a Sunday drive on your motorcycle out in the nice warm sunshine. So, there's all kinds of things that, we could still go. You could still drive with your windows down, but it's not going to be nearly as much fun if you're freezing to death, right? Same if you're on your motorcycle. So, all those things you can still go do now. But if you want some comfort involved, you really need to do all of that in the summertime. So, all right. So we'll come back to my question about the Doberman Pinscher. So often on TV. Well, when's the last time you saw on a TV show a Doberman Pinscher as just a house pet? I remember back to the original Magnum P.I. TV show with Tom Selleck. And then you had Higgins, who had two Dobermans, Zeus and Apollo. Very well trained, but their job was not to be a house pet. Their job was to be guard dogs. So when's the last? So knowing now that a Doberman Pinscher won Best of Show, and I don't know if you saw the same morning show I did, where we were introduced to Penny and she was sweet as can be. Would you now consider a Doberman? Now, don't get me wrong. The owner of Penny said, yes, she's very sweet. But if you're a burglar or a squirrel, watch out. So, having said that, would you still have one as primary job as a house pet? Yeah, okay. A lot of times you get a dog because you want the protection, and I guess a Doberman would be a very good choice in that. But again, house pet, one that you would feel comfortable with young children around. So, and again, I think a lot of it too, it doesn't matter the breed. I think it boils down to the owner and how the dog is trained. I think that goes into it. Pit bulls get another bad rap. My son has a mix pit bull. Name is Daisy. Daisy is about the sweetest thing that you'd ever run into. She might bowl you over just because she's so stocky and is solid bone and muscle. But she is the sweetest thing in the world. I don't think she'd harm a fly. Again, it comes down, I think, to its master, its owner, and how the dog is trained and how it is treated. So, I'm just curious. I might consider, honestly, I like a different type of dog than a Doberman, but I wouldn't have a problem walking into somebody's house with a Doberman. All right. So enough of that, unless you call me and you want to add your 2 cents worth. 724-438-4593. So, let's go back to James's call. We always, when somebody is accused of a crime, we always say, hey, they're innocent until proved guilty. And when it comes to victims, especially in the last few years, we've been told, oh, well, you have to believe the victim. Well, if the perpetrator is alleged to have done something, can we say the alleged victim? Nothing's been proved. So, yes, they've made these claims. And I'm going to say probably true in most cases. And I think that's the key word there, most cases. I think there's probably some that have been embellished on some allegations. So, I don't know. Do we need to rethink that whole victim perpetrator thing? I'm just asking, what do you think? Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hey there, Russ. Hey, did you talk on the first hour? I don't know if you did or not, about Shapiro giving out his budget. How it's
I brought it up yesterday.
Not sustainable. I'm glad to see Senator Pro Tem Kim Ward. It's way too much. Government proposal is way too much. A lot more than we were bringing in the revenue. And
it's right now. It's about a $5 million deficit, or billion. I'm sorry.
Right. They don't even
$5 billion
revenue.
deficit spending. Yes.
And one of the things that was in the article in the Leader Times today, Wednesday, February 4th, was Shapiro said he's proposing a federal response fund seeded with $100 million to help mitigate any future actions or inactions by the federal government that threaten services Pennsylvanians will rely on. $100 million, we know that's going to come. He's not going to bring that out of his pocket. He's not going to generate it in the bottom of the Capitol. So we know that's another tax punishment on us. So I'm really having a hard time on this one. And also, I'm real happy that Senator Rand Paul is introducing end the Fed's big bank bailout. He said that the banks have gotten nearly $200 million, while hardworking Americans like you struggled with higher prices and a devalued dollar. The Fed handed nearly $200 billion in interest to Wall Street and foreign-owned banks for simply parking their money in Federal Reserve accounts instead of lending it out. Interest payments on the national debt are now the second largest expense in the federal budget, bigger than defense spending, bigger than Medicare. So, this battle going on here, to me, the right side is what Senator Rand Paul is trying to do, not what Shapiro is trying to do. And I really think that this bailout bill and audit the Fed, which is Congressman Massey. I know the number on HR. I think it's HR 34. But anyways, it's he has it in the House. So I just thought this was something that, and even Rand Paul brought up that Trump, well, everybody gets down on Trump. He actually got 10,000 new manufacturing jobs in the first month. Having trouble finding exactly where I have that part, but I'm doing it by memory. So, all this fuss about all these other issues, Minnesota distraction and all this stuff, which I agree with them, pulling the funding on that, because was it you or was this on this show or another show I was listening to? They said they actually got rid of their treasurer.
That was Frank who called in.
Yeah. So yes. I mean, basically, how can there be any accountability? They shouldn't even have a government. I mean, So I say good Senator Rand Paul, and it sounds like they're working together with, Mr. Trump on that. But this Shapiro fiasco, it sounds like he's just trying to take it to another level where, you blame everybody else because the budget's not getting passed.
Okay.
And,
Hey, Regina, I got to run here. I'm out of time. But thank you for the call. We'll talk next week. Bye-bye. Hey, we got to take a quick little break. We'll be right back.
At Live, we want to say thanks to our community with our biggest giveaway yet. Thanks a Million free slot play giveaway. Join us every Friday in February for your chance to win a share of $1 million in free play, including a grand prize of $25,000 in free play. You could be one of 10 winners each week. So what are you waiting for? Thanks a Million, only at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Couples Comedy with married comedians Tom Cotter and Carrie Louise comes to the State Theater Center for the Arts Friday, February 13th at 8 p.m. for a hilarious Valentine's performance. An America's Got Talent Season 7 finalist and one of the funniest comics today, Tom Cotter, and Carrie Louise, a Last Comic Standing finalist, are sure to make it an uproarious Galentine's night out. For tickets, call 724-439-1360 or online at statetheater.info. Recommended for those 16 and over. Looking to update your home? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in kitchen and bathroom remodels that transform your space from outdated to outstanding. Our designers work with you to create the look you've always wanted with custom cabinetry, countertops, and flooring options to fit your style and budget. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to plan your dream kitchen or bath. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
There's only one best lunch spot in Uniontown. Titlo Tavern and Grill on West Main Street, serving 8-ounce Reubens, foot-long cheesesteaks and subs, half-pound handmade burgers, plus pizza, calzones, strombolis, pepperoni rolls, and fresh salads like Greek, antipasto, salmon, steak, and chicken. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 9, Friday till 10, Saturday 2 to 10. Dinner and happy hour specials nightly, and private parties are welcome. Call 724-437-6749. Titlo Tavern and Grill.
Fallen in love with a house? Head over heels for a home plan? Take the plunge. Apply for a mortgage loan with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. Feeling commitment shy? Complete a mortgage pre-qualification. It's simple. 100% online and you'll get a personalized answer within 1 business day. Then save the date for a move-in day or groundbreaking and put a key ring on it. Apply online at ffgc.bank First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
When you need notary services, trust the best. Sandy Howell Notary Services, back-to-back gold medal winner for Best Notary in Fayette County. They're here for you with extended hours to fit your schedule. Sandy Howell's also the 2025 gold medal winner for Best Title Company. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 8:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 5. Call 724-564-8955 today for Sandy Howell Notary Services, where excellence is signed and sealed.
It's not just another sale, it is the February floor sample clearance at Chesler's Fine Furniture, located on Route 51 in Uniontown. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values on beautiful home fashions for every room in your house. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $429, solid oak 5-piece dinettes featuring Formica tops for $13.99. If you prefer all wood sets, they start at just $5.99. For the family room, sofas start at only $4.99 with love seats and chairs to match. Chaise sofas for relaxing comfort are priced at $6.29 and up. Chesler's has top grain leather sofas, love seats, chairs, and sectionals in stationary and reclining in stock from Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishing, and Craftmaster. Entertainment centers are sale priced from $159. Those with an electric fireplace start at $3.99. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be on sale. Credit terms and delivery are available with 90 days same as cash.
And we are back just in time for me to say CBS News is up next at the Tone. It's 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. 700 immigration agents will be withdrawn from Minneapolis immediately, but 2,000 will remain. Borders are Tom Homan.
My goal with the support of President Trump is to achieve a complete drawdown and end this surge as soon as we can.
A family in Minnesota is reunited after their parents were taken by ICE on the way to work. CBS News Minnesota's Susan Elizabeth Littlefield.
For this tight family, even happiness is complicated.
I'm confused just because, angry because I feel like this was so wrong and the way they went about it was so wrong.
The couple was pulled over in Inver Grove Heights 3 weeks ago on their way to work. They own a custodial company. Cecilia says that they had their papers proving they were in the process of becoming